Hello and welcome to Highway Hustler. This is where I take you inside the daily operations of a dedicated owner-operator navigating the vast worlds of Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator. Let's start in Europe. This is me, Lloyd. I'm not yet an owner-operator, but an eager driver ready to start. Next, I am going to select London as my starting city and my first headquarters. Okay, it's time for our first job of the week, a load of fertilizer bound for Dover straight out of London. Notice that little Google Earth map in the bottom right corner. That's what the route would actually look like if you were driving on the real roads. It won't match the game's navigation exactly, but it gives us a fun snapshot of how the journey unfolds outside the simulation. What Highway Hustler is all about.
Turn right.
Each episode follows my real-world schedule, but all the action happens in virtual miles.
At the roundabout.
From Monday to Friday, I'm on the road hauling high-pay deliveries, always choosing the job that nets the most money unless I need a new drop-off point to expand the map. On Saturdays, I switch gears for office duties, servicing trucks, managing company finances, recruiting new drivers, and handling any logistics that keep the business running smoothly. Sundays are pure exploration. We hop into cities across both games to discover hidden gems, local culture, and just enjoy a relaxed drive. What I plan to do with the show. Show real-world strategy in a virtual setting. I'll break down how I pick jobs, budget my fuel, and schedule maintenance. Compare and contrast two simulation worlds by alternating between ATS and ETS. We'll highlight differences in traffic laws, road conditions, and business mechanics while keeping a unified narrative style.
Turn left.
Build an interactive community. I'll answer viewer questions, take suggestions for deliveries or cities to explore, and occasionally bring in other sim enthusiasts for co-drives or interviews. Document growth over time, from the first day as a driver to eventually running my own fleet. The series will follow that progression so fans can see how skills and strategies evolve.
Turn left.
heading to the edge of the map, to a place that's been the first and last thing travelers see of Britain for millennia. We're talking about Dover, the iconic port town in Kent where the land literally drops off into the sea. It's the narrowest point of the English Channel, just 33 kilometers from France. On a clear day, you aren't just looking at the horizon, you're looking at another country. It is defined by those world-famous white cliffs, serving as both a symbolic welcome and a rugged natural fortress. Dover isn't just a town, it's a time capsule. It's home to a Bronze Age boat from 1550 BC, one of the oldest seaworthy vessels ever found. From a Roman lighthouse, the tallest Roman structure in the UK, to Dover Castle, which has survived everything from medieval sieges to Napoleonic threats. It was a bastion during World War II and even hid a secret Cold War government seat deep within its chalk tunnels. More than just a ferry. As a large port town, it hosts one of the world's busiest shipping lanes. If you've ever taken a ferry to Calais or Dunkirk, you know this harbor well. Thanks to a £330 million investment, the town is evolving. We're talking high-speed rail to London in under an hour, the new St. James Retail District, and a revamped marina. It's inspired everyone from Shakespeare and Matthew Arnold to the wartime melodies of Vera Lynn.
Turn left.
Whether it's the Roman ruins, the high-stakes ferry traffic, or the sheer drama of the cliffs, Dover remains the ultimate gateway. It's a town that's been under construction for about 3,000 years, and it's still finding new ways to surprise us.
You have arrived at your destination.
After carefully navigating my virtual route from London today, I'm pulling into Dover, and guess what? I've arrived. This is it, the first drop-off for Highway Hustler. Okay, looking around here. It seems like a straightforward unloading spot. The delivery order says to park near that fence over there on the back side of the building. Makes sense. I'll need to be careful with this trailer. Fertilizer might not require super tight parking, but still gotta manage the space. All right, time for a smooth approach and some gentle backing up along that perimeter. Done. Pretty simple location, wouldn't you say? But every journey starts somewhere. Let's see how this delivery went down. Here's the summary of what happened during today's journey. A total distance of 113 kilometers was covered, which is about 70 miles through a mix of highways and local roads. The truck managed to cover this in just 2 hours. As for the fuel consumption, well, it's definitely burning. I used 92.1 liters of diesel, which adds up to about €189.80 in real-world currency based on current market rates. That's quite a chunk out my pocket, almost £150 without considering the bonus if you tip with 6 figures. It was an uneventful trip overall, but as always, I kept a keen eye out for any potential challenges or interesting sights along the way. So there we have it, London to Dover in 2 hours and change. Now it's time to set up the company. The company name is Highway Hustler Transport Group. And I'm going to go with that green logo. Check out our new headquarters. It's still pretty basic right now, just getting things unpacked, but the potential here is huge. We're definitely starting off ambitious this week, and I'm hopeful that with some smart planning and consistent delivery runs from Monday to Friday, we can really expand into something special. This isn't just about running trucks anymore, it's a chance to grow. Now I have a chance to upgrade my skills. I will go with upgrading my long-distance skill. Let's set up my next trip. Here is a 17-ton load of maple syrup from here in Dover to Cardiff for €5,583, which is €13.35 per kilometer. Since this is not one of my trucks, as I don't own any yet, for this trip I will speed up the video as I am more interested in showing you more as an owner-operator. Now that I have arrived to the delivery point in Cardiff, I see the spot they want me to park the trailer. Time to bring it home. Here are the results of that trip. Now it's time to look for a truck. I plan for my London location to have a fleet of Scania trucks. Here in the used truck section, I see a Scania S with a normal roof for €85,151. Unfortunately, I don't have enough. Time to get a loan. Here is a loan offer for €100,000. The repayment period is 35 days with an interest rate of 18%. This would make my daily installments of €2,888. This will have to do. I am now a proud owner of a Scania Series S. It is a 4x2 chassis with a normal roof. I choose to go with the left-hand steering, as that is what I am more familiar with. It is equipped with a 370 horsepower engine that has 1,900 Newton-meter of torque. The gearbox is an Opticruise GRS 905 with a 1,290-liter fuel tank. The condition for this used truck is rated 4 stars, with 96,537 kilometers of mileage. Okay, that will now be the end for Europe for today. Let's now go to the other side of the world and see what will be going on in America. This is Garrett. He will be managing operations in the United States. Our American headquarters will be here in Las Vegas. The first delivery is local. Just some scaffolding to be delivered right here in Vegas. Again, because I have not purchased a truck yet, for this first couple of trips, I will be speeding up the video.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. Keep to the left, and then turn left. Turn left.
For this job, I traveled 14 kilometers, took 45 minutes, and consumed 17.2 liters of fuel. I made $568 and gained 40 XP. Here's our headquarters here in Vegas. Again, just like in London, doesn't look like much now. But hopefully I can grow this into something large. I took another job from here in Las Vegas to Los Angeles. It was 355 kilometers, took 4 hours and 36 minutes, and consumed 158.9 liters of fuel. I made $7,213 and gained a total of 425 XP. Now it's finally time to purchase a truck. Unfortunately, this means I need to get another loan. Here I was able to get $140,500 with a repayment period of 56 days at 18% interest, which would make my daily installments $2,549. For our first truck in America, I went with the Peterbilt 389 day cab. It is a 370 horsepower engine with 1350 pound-foot of torque at 1200 RPM. It is equipped with an Eaton UltraShift gearbox and a 568-liter fuel tank. This used truck was rated 5 stars with 71,303 kilometers of mileage. That concludes this episode. Join me on my next episode as we take our new trucks out for their first delivery.